In a world where magic governs every aspect of life, strength is measured not by will alone, but by mana itself. From the moment a person is born, their value is silently weighed by how much magical power they possess. Within this unforgiving system, 2 infants were abandoned together at a small church in the remote village of Hajj. The boys were named Asta and Yuno, and though they shared no blood, fate bound them as brothers. Growing up as commoners in a society that worshipped magic, they were constantly reminded of what they lacked. Yet rather than accept that limitation, both children aimed higher than anyone thought possible. They swore to one day become the Wizard King, the strongest mage in the entire kingdom. As the years passed, the contrast between them became clearer. Yuno displayed natural talent, effortlessly commanding powerful magic that drew praise wherever he went. Asta, on the other hand, possessed no magic at all. Not even a trace. Still, he refused to give up. He trained his body to its absolute limit, pushing himself harder than anyone else, convinced that effort alone could close the gap that fate had created. Though their paths differed, their rivalry only strengthened their bond, driving both of them forward toward the same distant goal. When they reached their 10th year, destiny finally answered their persistence. Each boy received a grimoire, a sacred book that amplifies its owner's magic and marks the beginning of a mage's true journey. With grimoires in hand, Asta and Yuno traveled to the Magic Knight's entrance exam, where hopeful candidates from across the kingdom gathered to prove their worth. The exam was brutal, designed to test not only magical strength, but creativity, control, and combat instinct. Yuno's performance was extraordinary. His magic overwhelmed the field, leaving even seasoned knights impressed. One by one, captains of the 9 Magic Knight squads extended their offers. Yuno ultimately chose the Golden Dawn, the most elite squad in the kingdom, known for its unmatched power and prestige. His decision confirmed what many already believed: Yuno was destined for greatness. Asta's experience could not have been more different. With no mana, he stood out for all the wrong reasons. Mocked, doubted, and underestimated, he nonetheless refused to back down. Through sheer determination and the mysterious anti-magic power contained within his grimoire, he earned a place in the Black Bulls, a squad infamous for its unruly members and chaotic reputation. To many, it seemed like a poor fit. To Asta, it was simply the first step. No matter where he started, he vowed that he would rise to the top. Not long after their induction, a sudden disturbance shook the kingdom. The earth trembled violently, and reports poured into the capital. A new dungeon had appeared, an extremely rare phenomenon. Dungeons were ancient structures overflowing with powerful magic, relics, and spells lost to time. They were also designed to kill intruders through deadly traps and monsters. Worse still, this dungeon had surfaced near the border of the Diamond Kingdom, a hostile nation. If its treasures fell into enemy hands, the consequences could reshape the balance of power itself. Recognizing the urgency, the Wizard King personally assigned squads to investigate. Among those chosen was the Black Bulls, and specifically, though he didn't understand why the Wizard King had taken notice of him, Asta accepted the mission without hesitation, pledging everything he had to its success. As usual, the Black Bulls' headquarters was filled with noise and chaos. Arguments broke out over food, pointless duels were proposed, and even a strange black bird became the center of a heated naming debate. After much nonsense and shouting, the bird was finally called Nero. Amid the disorder, Captain Yami gathered the squad and explained the mission. A dungeon had appeared. It was dangerous, and it was their job to explore it before the Diamond Kingdom could interfere. Luck was placed in charge of the rookies, with Asta and Noel accompanying him. Though Noel struggled with controlling her magic and her pride as a royal clashed with Osta's blunt honesty, the team set out together. With a quick farewell from the others, they were transported close to the dungeon's location. Upon entering, darkness engulfed them. Their lanterns shattered, leaving them to move blindly through narrow corridors. Tensions rose as Noel panicked and tempers flared, but eventually the group emerged into a vast chamber glowing with distorted light. The air itself felt heavy, saturated with mana so dense it warped the space around them. Luck and Noel immediately sensed an overwhelming magical presence unlike anything they had encountered before. Asta felt nothing. While the others struggled under the pressure, he stood untouched, once again reminded of the empty space within him. Frustration bubbled to the surface, but there was no time to linger on it. The dungeon activated its defenses. Traps detonated without warning, spells erupted from the walls, and death lurked around every corner. Luck reveled in the danger, laughing as he dodged attacks, his instincts sharpening with each passing moment. Then he sensed something stronger waiting deeper inside. Without warning, Luck rushed off toward the source, abandoning Osta and Noel behind. Left alone, the two pressed forward cautiously. Osta reassured Noel, confident that his anti-magic sword could cut through any trap in their path. As they moved, he spoke of his past, of Yuno, and of the promise they had made as children. No matter how talented Yuno was, Osta believed with all his heart that he would surpass him. Their path was suddenly blocked by an overwhelming magical attack. The spell was precise, powerful, and unmistakably human. It became clear that another squad was already inside the dungeon. The Golden Dawn had been dispatched as well. As danger closed in from all sides, Osta recalled what mana truly was: the life force of the world, the source from which all magic flowed. Everyone possessed it, from nobles to peasants. Everyone except him. Yet even standing at the center of a dungeon filled with deadly magic and powerful enemies, Osta refused to retreat. With his grimoire open and his anti-magic sword in hand, he prepared to fight. Because even without mana, even without talent or status, he carried something no spell could erase. His magic was never giving up.